A man who can't die finally meets the monster who made him that way. Zombie Man was once the House of Evolution's greatest experiment. Now he's their executioner. His creator, Dr. Genos, calls it evolution. Zombie Man calls it revenge. But while they face off, another battle rages. Garou's body is breaking, his limits shattering. Somewhere in the chaos, a bald hero eats hot pot and mourns his missing wallet. 3 men, 3 different fates: immortality, obsession, and boredom. And it all leads to one truth: evolution always comes with a price. If you love dark twists, insane fights, and god-tier storytelling, hit that like button and subscribe for more epic anime recaps every week. Zombie Man finally runs into Dr. Genos, the big guy behind the House of Evolution. The moment Genos lays eyes on him, he's pumped, realizing it's his old test subject back again. Zombie Man used to be part of the house and was the only one who actually made it through Genos's immortality experiment. Genos can't help but reminisce about how amazing Zombie Man was, being the sole survivor who pulled off real immortality. But things took a turn when Zombie Man trashed the lab and vanished. After 10 long years, he's finally become a hero, ready to take down his own creator. Genos just laughs, saying he's changed a lot too. He takes it all in stride and starts explaining why the House of Evolution fell apart. He mentions that everything went downhill once he ran into someone with a power that totally outclassed artificial evolution. This person had managed to get rid of their own limiter. Genos talks about how everything alive has a natural limit when it comes to growth. No matter how advanced an organization or experiment gets, there's always a point they can't go beyond. If someone gains too much power, their body can't handle it, and they lose their humanity, turning into something monstrous. That's why the beings that created all living things put a safety net in place called the limiter. It makes sure that life can grow within a safe zone, just enough to survive without self-destructing. While Genos is talking, the scene changes. Over somewhere else, Garou is in a wild fight with the insect god and Ripper. These 2 monsters are going all in, teaming up to try to take him down. Their teamwork is brutal, but no matter how hard they hit him, he just won't give up. He keeps getting back on his feet. Even after getting shocked a million times, he still gives off this crazy strong vibe. The monsters start to realize that there's something different about him. He's not like anyone else they've faced before. It's like he's ditched his limits and has transformed into something totally next level. Zombie Man starts to think about whether having that kind of power always means there's a catch. Maybe if you want something that strong, you have to give up something too. Genos chimes in, saying the guy who took off his limiter paid a serious price for it. He even throws in a story about this bald dude who got so strong he could take anyone out with one punch, but ended up feeling super lonely since no fight ever really did it for him anymore. Zombie Man's not really buying what Genos is saying. He thinks Genos is just rambling and has lost it from all those crazy experiments. Sure, he's seen monsters push their limits before, but what Genos is going on about feels way different, like nothing he's ever come across. Genos points out that turning into a monster isn't just about pushing your limits. There are a bunch of different ways it can happen. Sometimes, intense passion can change someone's body. Then, there are those who rely on science to break human boundaries, like the experiments from the House of Evolution. But all of this is just a small part of a much larger picture. He says heroes are all pretty much the same. Some are just born tough, others get a boost, and then there are those who accidentally find themselves with powers. But there's one guy who really stands out. He's completely ordinary. Lived a simple life, no special skills or anything like that. Yet, with hard work and sheer determination, this dude pushed past his limits and evolved in ways we can't even imagine. Genos claims that if he ever meets this guy, he'll finally get what true evolution is all about. And he just adds one more thing. That guy is a hero. In the middle of all the chaos, Garou realizes these monsters are totally different from people like Silver Fang. But that doesn't change anything for him. He's still set on taking them all out. The monsters, on their end, can't believe how strong he is. For them, this fight has turned into a whole entertainment show. It's not often they come across a human who gets their blood pumping like this. He's just starting to turn the tide. But then a jellyfish monster appears out of nowhere, and it's holding the kid he was trying to protect. The moment he catches sight of the kid, his focus slips, and that brief moment of distraction completely ruins him. Ripper dives in, driving his blades deep and ripping through him like it's nothing. Blood sprays all over the battlefield. Before Ripper could finish the job, the insect god stepped in and told him to hold up. They didn't have the official go-ahead to take out Garou. If they had waited any longer, he would have just bled out anyway. So, thinking he was a goner, they left him there to die and walked off. Genos is back at home, just watching King play video games. He's totally zoned out, staring at the screen. The more he watches, the more he sees that King and Saitama are on the same level. To him, it looks like they're pretty evenly matched, and that freaks him out a bit. He starts thinking that if he ever wants to catch up to Saitama, he's really gonna have to level up hard. Everyone else starts feeling anxious because Saitama still hasn't shown up. Genos tells them to chill, saying he probably won't be back until he's taken out every single monster base. But King can't shake off the bad feeling, wondering if Saitama might have run into something crazy, something even he can't handle. A moment later, the door swings open, and Saitama strolls in like it's no big deal, totally chill. Everyone else lets out a sigh of relief, thinking he finished the job. But then they spot some nasty stuff on his clothes from a tortured monster, and they're all stunned. They start questioning if he actually took out Garou. Saitama just shrugs and says he ran into one monster, and has no clue what happened to the rest. They notice he seems kind of down. When they ask what's up, he just shrugs and says he's bummed because he lost his wallet. Just like that, everyone's faces fall. The vibe shifts to total silence as they realize their toughest hero is more stressed about a missing wallet than the whole monster base getting wrecked. After all that craziness, Saitama suddenly remembers something: his cabbages. Yeah, the guy who can take down monsters with one punch is now stressing about cabbage. He tells everyone he left them back at the restaurant, and the look on his face says it all. Those cabbages are super important to him. When Genos hears this, he gets all fired up like it's a life or death mission. He's determined and rushes out, ready to grab them like they're some hidden treasure. Before Saitama could do anything, Blizzard comes in, holding the missing cabbage. His eyes light up for a moment. He's so happy that his hot pot dreams are saved. He's thankful to Blizzard, but then she starts getting on his case for leaving her to foot the bill at the restaurant. Genos is a bit confused about why she's there. He stares at her for a second, trying to wrap his head around it. He starts freaking out a little, wondering if Blizzard wants to become Saitama's disciple. The idea makes him anxious since he doesn't want his teacher to be overwhelmed with too many students. Before Genos can do anything, he feels something coming their way. It's someone powerful, heading straight for them. He's not in any shape to fight. His body's beat up, and his mind is a mess from everything that's gone down. Bomb and Silver Fang are out of the game, and while Blizzard is strong, she's not about to take on a demon-level threat solo. Then there's Saitama, who's totally thrown off because he lost his wallet. With everyone pretty much down for the count, the only one left is King, the so-called strongest man alive, at least on paper. Trying to sound tough, Genos sends King to check out what's happening outside. But just moments later, King comes sprinting back in, sweating like crazy and shaking. He drags someone in with him. It's none other than Dr. Kuseno, Genos' mechanic and caretaker. Dr. Kuseno shows up because he noticed Genos' energy levels were way down, and he got worried something was wrong. So he wanted to check in on him personally. As soon as he starts talking, Saitama seems pretty indifferent, kind of bored even. All he wants is some peace in that already cramped space. But then Kuseno surprises everyone by pulling out a fancy beef set, all nicely wrapped up for Saitama. Instantly, Saitama's mood does a complete 180. His face lights up, and Blizzard is just watching this whole thing go down, completely shocked. She realizes that Saitama can actually be tempted by food. On another note, he tells them to hurry up and leave because he just wants to enjoy his meal in peace. Meanwhile, at the Monster Association's hideout, the Ripper is updating the crew that Garou attacked them, and they had no choice but to take him out. But the twist is, Garou isn't dead. He's barely hanging on nearby, and the other monsters have no idea. While they're still chatting, one of them brings up that they never actually confirmed his death. They think no human could come back from wounds like that, so they're pretty sure he's gone for good. Gyoro notices a surveillance drone from the Hero Association flying overhead. He realizes the heroes will be there any minute, which means the battle is about to kick off. The monsters start to scatter, gearing up for a fight. The higher-ranking monsters are all hyped up, talking about how they'll really welcome the heroes this time. They're all set to take out the heroes and are dead set on winning this war. Among them, the prisoner-type monsters are itching for one specific target, the Puri prisoner, because they want payback for old losses. Meanwhile, Hellfire, Flame, and Gale Wind are going all out in training, sparring so fast it's like you can barely see them. Their rivalry is as heated as ever since neither wants to be the one left behind once the real action starts. Every punch and slash is fueled by rivalry. Elsewhere, Ripper is moving through a corridor with the same captured kid from earlier. He bumps into G5, the robotic monster, who's holding some weird metal piece he wants to check out. The sight of G5 in pieces totally freaks the kid out. They exchange a few words, then Ripper keeps going, taking the kid to another room. That's where Narenki's son is locked up. Unlike the other prisoners, he's acting all cocky, totally convinced that his dad, who's a big deal hero sponsor, will swoop in to rescue him. He talks a big game, claiming the heroes are going to take down every monster there. His bragging gets on everyone's nerves, but the jellyfish monsters can't help but laugh at his confidence. The jellyfish monster slides into the room and tells the group straight up that none of them are ever going home. The heroes won't get there in time, and if they do, they'll just end up like everyone else. The kids shout back, insisting that S-class heroes will come to save them. The monsters just laugh it off. The jellyfish monster goes on about how the Monster Association was put together for one main goal: to take down the heroes. He brags that even though S-class heroes are tough, the association has monsters that are even stronger, like dragon-level creatures, and some with power that could rival gods. With that kind of power around, humans don't stand a chance. That's why they're so confident. Even if the king shows up, he'll just fall like the others. The scene shifts again. Garou's body is still in the shadows. He isn't dead. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss the next evolution of this story. Every episode reveals more chaos, more power, and more secrets about the heroes who broke their limits, and those who lost everything trying. Tell me in the comments, who do you think truly transcended humanity first? Zombie Man, Garou, or Saitama? Watch more intense anime recaps like this every week right here on A2Z Recaps, where we dive deep into the worlds that test what it means to be human. Thanks for watching, and remember, the real limit is how far you're willing to go.